Hello, YouTube family. I'm Patty Jackson. I'm your auntie of pop culture, aka Ginger. That's a little nickname in my head. It's not cute, not knowing. Let's start with our hug. We're going to need it. I got some sad news to give you guys today. Willie Wilkerson was the boyfriend of Aretha Franklin. Remember him? They didn't leave him any money. He was Aretha Franklin's boyfriend for 30 years. He has passed away at the age of 72 from the coronavirus. Willie Wilkerson was a Detroit firefighter. He met Aretha Franklin in the 80s. They were supposed to get married in 2012, but family infighting, and they're thinking, oh, you want our mom's money, and it never happened, but he never left her side, and he was her boyfriend until the end. Willie Wilkerson. He leaves behind a wife. Now, before you guys go, a wife? He married this woman last year. 3 daughters, a son, 10 grandchildren, and 6 great-grandchildren. He was with Aretha Franklin the longest out of any relationship that she had had. She was with this man, and they were together until she died. Willie Wilkerson. They're asking that donations be made to the Michigan Humane Society. With everything going on with this coronavirus and the pandemic, you know, they can't do a proper funeral, so they don't know when that will be. But Willie Wilkerson, the longtime boyfriend of the Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin, dead at the age of 72 from the coronavirus. Gill was on social media last night, and he talked about a lot. First of all, he talked about LSG. They're getting back together. I know. How do you get back together? And Gerald's not there. Eddie Levert is going to step in for his son, Johnny Gill, Keith Sweat, Eddie Levert. That's a project that's coming out. Johnny is starting his own record label. First project is going to be a new album from Ralph Tresvant. Now, late last year, I had a chance to hear this song. It was very modern. I didn't even know it was Ralph, and it was good. I liked it the first time I heard it. I can't wait until they release it. Johnny also talked about, could New Edition ever get back together, which fans really want. He said the death of Kobe Bryant made him and the other members just reach out to each other. How you doing? How's your family? I miss you. Could they get back together? Maybe when this is all over, because there's a lot, and then you get into the money. But at least the guys are talking. At least they're having conversation. It's a shame it took a death of someone, but a lot of times that is how it happens. It'll take a death to bring everybody else into the mix. Tomorrow, Black AF, it starts streaming on Netflix. Kenya Barris, he brought us Blackish, Mixish, Grownish. I can never say the mix-ish part. It starts streaming. Rashida Jones is the daughter of Quincy Jones. It's their life. It looks funny. If you haven't seen the preview, it looks very funny. To me, it reminded me of like a Black Curb Your Enthusiasm, a lot of inside, talking about blacks with new money. It looks funny. It starts streaming tomorrow on Netflix. This Sunday, parts 1 and 2 of The Last Dance is airing on ESPN. We're talking about the championship year, 1997-98 of Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls. It's called The Last Dance because it was the last year that Phil Jackson was the coach of the team. You had that trifecta because Michael Jordan had left too. Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, just followed them through the whole year. We see a lot. Michael Jordan was on Good Morning America this morning, and he was like, I'm afraid people are going to think I'm a tyrant and people are not going to like me. I think when people who are intense and they're serious about that winning, everybody's not going to like them because their work ethic is going to be different. I think that's why he looked upon a Kobe Bryant as like a son, because he saw so much. And if you remember, everybody ain't like Kobe Bryant, His Mamba mentality rubbed a lot of people wrong, and his feud with Shaquille O'Neal was legendary. I think that mindset and people can't deal with it, but parts 1 and 2, it starts this Sunday on ESPN. That death of Aretha Franklin's boyfriend, it threw me off. I was like, oh my gosh. Rihanna, Jay-Z, and the CEO of Twitter, Jack Dorsey, joining forces this time to help homeless youth in New Orleans. New Orleans has been hard hit by this COVID-19 pandemic, and they're saying that Louisiana, New Orleans will probably be the next big epicenter. They're not only giving money to homeless youth in New Orleans, but also to businesses, because the business industry, that whole Bourbon Street, Canal Street, they are suffering with this pandemic. There is a Tyler Perry imposter out here. Tyler Perry is a very generous man. He really is. But he is not telling you to send your Cash App info to him and he's going to give you money. He's not doing that. And he is happy that this scam is going on. Please be careful. He's not doing this. He's very generous, but he's not doing this, and he is not happy that there is an imposter. Have you guys heard about the pillow challenge? I guess everybody can do it, but Oscar winner Halle Berry can. At 53, she looks amazing. In the picture that she posted on her Instagram, she has a hat on, sunglasses, and a black pillow. The black pillow is put in front of her, and she's got a belt. She, fastened it with a belt. She looked amazing. She also went on to talk about her health and wellness app, which is called Respin. Cory Booker, when is he going to back Joe Biden? He's been a little quiet, but he and Rosario Dawson are not quarantining together. She's with her parents on the West Coast. He's in D.C. A lot of people didn't think the relationship was real. So I don't look at me. I don't know what's going on, and that's all we're going to say. Kanye West, he's on the cover of GQ magazine, said at one point in his life, before he turned around, he was a functioning alcoholic, but he doesn't drink. He has never voted in his life, and he says when he does, he'll be voting for Trump. What's going on with T'Challa? We're talking about actor Chadwick Boseman, who has lost an extreme amount of weight, and he just doesn't look healthy. Lost about 50 pounds, and his frame is like 130. He was on social media. He was giving tribute to Jackie Robinson, who he played in the movie 42 about breaking the color barrier. He's also teaming up with a company that's going to deliver medical protective equipment to healthcare workers battling the COVID-19. It was a great message, but it was distracting. Is something going on? Is it for a role? Is it extreme dieting? Is Chadwick sick? It was distracting because you couldn't pay attention to what he was saying. You were like, T'Challa, what's going on? Chadwick, what's going on? I wish he would say, I've been dieting too much, because even though, Hollywood is shut down, will he look like this when they start filming Black Panther 2? Or will they make him gain weight to say, you got to fit into the costume, Chadwick? What's going on? Essence, we announced yesterday that there will be no Essence Fest this year because of everything that's going on. But there's going to be a virtual benefit that's taking place on July 4th. As we get more information, we are going to let you know. It's not only going to benefit the city of New Orleans, which has been a partner with Essence for about 26 years or more. It's also going to benefit the businesses in New Orleans. So Essence is going to do their part to give back, but it's going to be a virtual benefit that's taking place on July 4th. As we get more information, we are definitely going to pass it along to you. A lot of people are getting the stimulus checks. Please be careful of scams. I know some people want to be excited. I got my money. Everybody don't need to know you got your money, because a thief wakes up every single day ready to take your money. Make sure your bank account info is correct so it doesn't go to the wrong place. For those who have overdrawn their bank accounts, do know the bank is going to take their money and then they'll give you yours. Banks are going to get their money. I wanted to say that again for those that didn't hear me in the back. Banks are going to get their money. So make sure your house is in order. Please be careful of scams. No one calls your home asking for your personal information. When you get that kind of call, hang the phone up. They do not call you asking. You never, ever, ever give out your Social Security number. Protect your interests because there are scammers. And you got to think about it. We having tough times. There are scammers out here. And what do they want to do? They want to take your money. Just a little auntie advice. Come on, let's hug. Sometimes we just need that hug. That news I just found out about Aretha Franklin's ex-boyfriend. And I don't know, it just kind of knocked me off my square. I was like all ready to be jokey, and then that happened, and I was like, but the family, they didn't leave him no money. Remember when she died? He gonna get nothing. It was like, you the boyfriend. And then they said he left behind a wife, so of course I was like, but he married a woman last year. It's not cute not knowing. 33,000. Mwah, 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 mwah. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. The channel is growing. I'd rather for it to grow slow and steady because that means that you will stay. We're not a flash in the pan. I am here for you to give you the information. And I love you guys for loving me and loving the channel. And for the newcomers who don't quite know how it works, just come on for the ride. Just come on for the ride and have a great time. It's not cute not knowing. Have a great afternoon. If I hurt you, that means that I saw you. It's my way of saying, have a great one. Be safe, everybody, and watch out for the scammers.